I'm going to be ranking the MCC teams from best to worst, starting off with the Red Rabbits. So on this team, we have Dream, George Found, Captain Puffy, and Awesome Dude. I feel like this is a solid team, but they won't do like really high. I'm going to be putting them in 5th place. Yeah, Dream obviously is a great player. George Not Found usually does good. With Dream though, I feel like he like someone to lead him. He could do pretty good this event. But really, what's holding back the team is Captain Puffy and Awesome Dude. But I don't honestly see them doing that good. I could honestly see this team doing better, but I'm putting them in 5th just because how strong some other teams are. Next up, we have the Orange Ocelots with Pizza, Spiffy, Raga Rocky, and Smallish Beans. And honestly, this is a pretty stacked team. Pizza Hut has been getting very bad teams lately. Like, not trying to be rude to his teammates, but like he's not been getting the strongest of teams lately. And just giving him Smallish Beans, who's a very good MCC player, and then Spiffy, who can do good, and then Raga, who actually did very good his last event. He was Team the Pete. I just feel like this team could do very good in like team games and movement games, and like they probably should avoid PvP games, but like I honestly see this team doing very good, and I'm putting them in 2nd place. Next up, we have the Yellow Yaks with Sylvie, Ginelli, JoJo Solos, and Blushy. This is actually a pretty interesting team because it's all girls. The Golden Gals, as Twitter refers to them. And yeah, I'm going to put them in 6th place. Just because most of the players are relatively new. Like Blushy's going to be your first canon event. Ginelli hasn't been playing in that many events yet. But honestly, it's a very stacked team. Like, I know JoJo is very good. She got like 8th in her last event. Did better in Angfrost, which is very unexpected. Blushy is also going to do very good. And Ginelli, I know she has been training a lot, but she didn't do that good last event. So maybe the training will pay off this event. And Sylvie is also a very good MCC player. So I could totally see them getting higher than 6. But for now, I'm just putting them in 6, just because a few of the players are relatively new to MCC. Next up, we have the Lime Llamas with Quig, Smager, Solidary Gaming, and Pearlescent Moon. Now, this is a very strong team, yet I'm only going to put them in 4th place. This just shows how many strong teams there are this event. Yeah, Quig is a very good MCC player. I'm expecting him to get in the top 5. Solidary, Scott, and Pro, probably going to get around 25 to 20-ish, kind of around that area. But yeah, they're probably going to do good at like Sky Battle. I'd like to say team games. Yeah, team games. And yeah, with the right game order, they could definitely make it to Dodgeball. But just I feel like some other teams would make it there instead, which is why I'm putting them in 4th place. And finally, the last teams announced on day 1 is the Green Geckos with Sapnap, Michael McChill, Foolish Gamers, and Tina Kitten. Everyone's putting this team like dead last. I don't see that happening. I'm going to put this team in 7th place. Last time Sapnap was with a bunch of like bad players, MCC 16. Evan victory that last 2. They ended up getting 7th. And honestly, I feel like this is kind of a similar team with the skill level with the players. So yeah, they got 7th that MCC. I feel like they get 7th this MCC. So that's where we're going to put them. Next up, we have the Aqua Axolotls with H-Bomb, Green, False Symmetry, and Good Times of Scar. Now, honestly, I'm putting this team in dead last. I really just don't see them doing that well. Scar, like, he's not the greatest MCC player. Green, I could probably get around 20th to like 30th, that range, which isn't really that good. And then Falls, I don't see her doing that well either this event. And H-Bomb just isn't good enough to lead this team to a high placement. Believe me, he's a good, strong MCC player. He's just not strong enough. Like, he's not S tier. He won't be able to lead like this team to victory, which is why I'm putting them in 10th place. Next up, we have the Sign Coyotes with CPK, Rambo, Wilbur Suit, and Wisp. I'm actually going to put this team in 3rd place. It's a very strong team. Just, I don't see them doing as high as Orange or the other team I'm going to put in 1st place. But yeah, pretty strong team. No one in this team is really bad at the game. CPK, Rambo, Wilbur, Wisp, they're all pretty good at the game. I could totally see them coming higher. I just see the other teams outplacing them, which is why I'm putting them in 3rd place. Next up, we have the Blue Bats with Tubbo, Sniffer, and Eric. Now, this is actually the most inconsistent team. I feel like they can either do really good or really bad. And unfortunately for them, I'm putting them in the really bad category. I'm going to put this team in 9th place. I mean, Tubbo obviously is a very good player at like movement and stuff, but he has been underperforming as of recently. Tubbo, I'm expecting him to put some good numbers up there. But really what's going to slow the team down a bit is Sniffer and Eric, who are pretty weak players in my opinion. I mean, Sniffers did good her first MCC, but that was just because the team was absolutely stacked. And yeah, I don't see this team doing that well this MCC. I feel like it's similar to the MCC 20 Lime Llamas that Tubbo and Tubbo were on together, and that team got 8th. So yeah, I'm putting them at 9th, similar placement. Next up, we have the Purple Panzos with Puns, Shovel, Tubfan, and Gemini Tay. Again, this is like a kind of a wild card team. It could either get like 10th place or like 4th, I'd honestly say would be the highest they could get. Puns is really the only good player in this team. Cub and Gem can put up some numbers, but I don't really see them doing that with such a competitive MCC, this one. And Shovel is good at team games, but she doesn't do that well at PvP games and movement-based games. And I just feel like this team's going to struggle in like a lot of different games, which I'm going to put them in 8th place. And finally, we have the Pink Parrots, Tommy in it, Purples, Captain Sparkles, and the Orion Sound. And boy, this is a really OP team. Tommy in it is like a very good player. Even if he underperforms, he's like a very good player. Like a lot of PvP games and movement games. Purple is a future S tier, and I could totally see him getting 1st place individually this event. Captain Sparkles is a very solid player. You can't go wrong with him on your team. He's like a good A tier player. And Orion Sound is like a solid player. I'd say probably like a B tier. And honestly, like no one on this team is really bad. So I could honestly see them doing really good, easily getting 1st place. And that will end the predictions. Let me know what you thought of them. Did I put some teams too high, some teams too low? Let me know in the comments down below. And give me your predictions. Anyways, that's predictions. I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace out.